And this is what's left of the high up after reclamation. This stream comes out of the mouth of the mine shaft over there. Come sit a spell and relax in memory of our buddy Digger Stevens, June 1957 to January 2003. I can't tell if this is a spring house or a mine shaft. Oh, a bunch of old buildings sat out in here. Of course, they sat so near this water, they never stood a chance. Hand-hewed axe marks on that. So you know that's old. It's a concrete generator or motor stand over there. It's a big ventilation shaft right there. This is all caved in. And a cabin floor right through here. Round nails. So it's not too super old. Of course, things wouldn't have lasted very long with this much water coming through it. So, there's the shaft right there. She's caved in completely. And this is man-made through here, but there's no signs of it, at least that I can tell, of it being worked. Yeah, there's the shaft right there. One of them, anyways, for the high up. Yeah, this is the industrial part of it.
Dad, guess what? If you look on that top, there's a whole bunch of glass here. What is this?
It was a big stationary motor mounted here with a pulley. I'm not sure. Actually, here's the motor bed. There's the bolts, the ways to tighten the motor. So the motor sat right here and turned a big pulley right there. In fact, you can see the sloped wall where the big pulley sat. Now, I don't know what the big pulley did, however. There's the remains of some heavy timbering over here. And there's a whole bunch of junk that's been pushed up by a bulldozer right through here. You know, we got some old tin, stove parts. Air couplings. That's a big piece of iron. That is a big piece of iron. That, oh. Here's a minecart wheel. Cool find. Broke the axle off. See, you can see when they spend a lot of time running on narrow mine rail, because it actually grooves it right here and then up. And so that's that little tiny light gauge mine rail. Eventually grooves them. That's pretty cool. Round nails. So, trying to remember when this was. See, this is what they reclaimed. A few years ago, there's a video of Shay and I exploring this place, and it comes out, you know, dead level all the way through here. And now, as you can see, they have graded it down on both sides and taken all of it down to be reprocessed. So this is a mine that's been reclaimed. At least they left the buildings. At least they left the buildings. Bit of concrete down there. I wonder what that's from. Well, this is where the high-up mill stood. You can just make out the focus. There we go. You can just make out the concrete of the mill building. It was stood on this hillside right here. There's really nothing left. It's almost like the thing was dismantled and then burned. But that's not that uncommon. Got a big sheet of riveted tin right here. A square hewed timber. This is probably part of the line. See, there's the FAM up over there, and that's where that mine shaft was, and they had their tram line where the good ore that came out went in there and then out the bottom to wherever they're going, and then this where the waste stuff got dumped. And there's some cool buildings over there. Still an outhouse that stands. You can see where this building is sort of falling down the hill. And then that was probably a big bunkhouse, big mine bunkhouse. It's kind of caved in, but still pretty cool. High up. Maps say the mill was 1916. 1916 is when the mill was put in here. So, sounds like I'm being hollered at. Gonna head on back up. So it's kind of cool to see the high up after her reclamation. I'd always prefer to see them unreclaimed, but you know, it's not up to me. And who's to say a company can't make a living? I just like the stuff. So there was the mill and the chutes, and you can see they dug out a bunch right down below it, which makes sense, right? In case the high up mill spilled anything. And this little stream that flows here, it didn't used to. It used to come down along the top up there and come down right here, and they put it right down through the center here. But high up mine. We are way in the mountains. Walking up to the family. See, there's the truck right there. And this material is coming either out of a blacksmith shop or an assay house. First and foremost, it's full. That's modern. It's full of broken glass and clinkers. So clinkers are the parts, the stuff left over when you burn coal. You know, slag and whatnot. And then I found this. It's glass. best I can think of is that's like a chemical dropper, right? So this went together like that, and then there was a handle at this end, and you could dip it into your chemical and then drip, drip. So that's what I'm wondering, if this is an assay house. I've never found anything quite like that. I could be wrong. Maybe somebody will recognize it and go, oh, that's a... But whatever it is, would have had to have been used in a gold mine right around 1915 through 1930. So, big clinker, glass going purple, some blue glass, some broken pottery, and a ceramic insulator. That's what we found at the high up. So the truck is parked right down there, and this is up above just a little bit, and I think we're looking at cookhouse and stuff, and our ceramic insulator. Yeah, there's the top to an old stove. There's the rest of the old stove. So this building fell down over. It's too bad it's such beat up condition. I'm trying to find up here is the garbage dump. I'd love to have a mosey through the garbage dump. That's pretty cool. Broken hinge off of something. Looks like these buildings burned down. I'm gonna have to get that out with two hands. That's a small bow saw blade for doing firewood would be my guess. Glass insulators. More glass insulators. Whatever bug that is. I wonder what that was for. This big slab. Fascinating. You think that's a fireplace hearth? And the fireplace went up. There are some bricks around here. Like maybe the chimney fell this direction. Any names on these bricks? No, but they are heat bricks. Some of them. Your guess is as good as mine on that. Unless I'm in the wrong building. Years ago, there was a giant, like a 9-foot long cook stove in here. All smashed up. Oh, see, there's another building up there. I'm in the wrong building. Okay, never mind. This is just like bunkhouses and stuff. Hey guys. Bunkhouse, I think. Nope. You know what this is?
What?
See if your mommy can figure it out. I'll give you a hint. Direct your attention to all the sawdust on the floor.
A sawmill?
Nope. This is an ice house. See? Excuse me, Buster. This is an ice house. These walls are full of sawdust. That's why they're walled up floor to ceiling. And then they would hang their meat. Probably halves of entire cows. Boom, boom. Off of these racks. And you can see where they got... Oh, look, there's writing on that, but I don't know what it says. But you can see where they got notches in the back to hold extra shelves and things. This was the cooler. Very cool. Literally. Very cool. This was the cooler. Insulated by sawdust. From a sawmill. Yeah. Neat. So that's the ice house, right? Where they kept the meat. Here's the main cookhouse. I guess I misremembered it's not 9 feet long, but you know, it's 7, 6. So there's the big old cook stove. It had a water boiler in it. Those are grates. Those are the fire grates you're pulling out. Look how thick the cast iron was to help hold all the heat. And then the smoke would go across and come out on that side so it would warm all the ovens. Pretty cool. Yep. Mortise and tenon construction up here. It's all round nails though. I bet this all dates from when the mill was in operation, and that was 1916. Yeah. So this was the dining hall.
Yeah, you can actually see if you look.
See, the bricks came from St. Louis.
You can actually see writing on the bricks.
Yeah. So there's St. L, and then this one's got Louis. So St. Louis, as they hauled the bricks all the way through. And this is the chow house. This is the heart and soul of the mine right here. The men would meet up every morning, cup of coffee, pounds of slapjacks, some cackleberries, some monkey blankets, and they'd be ready for their day.
Okay, monkey blankets, what are those?
Pancakes. Can you figure out what cackleberries are?
Huckleberries?
No, not huckleberries. Cackleberries. Chicken eggs.
Huh?
Eggs.
Chicken eggs?
Yeah, they look like berries, but the chickens cackle. Cackleberries. And the wall of it fell out. I bet the garbage dump was right down over here. I don't think they'd haul the trash up and pile it behind. Worth a look, but I don't think it's up there. Well, I do believe we've come to the top of the high up mine. Yep, that road goes over to the Marietta. We'll have to do that another day, I think. I think we're done. Done at the high up. Alright. If anyone can tell me what the heck they think this is. I originally thought it was a whole mess of like burned tires or something, but it's heavier wire than that. It's in small bundles. A lot of it's twisted up. I suppose it could just be this is where they fed the mules and whatnot, and this is old enough that they didn't have twine tied. It was all wire tied stuff, so maybe this is all just literally baling wire. Maybe that's what this is baling wire.
There must be a mine up here because there's old road.
No, I don't think there's a mine up there. I bet that's what this is. If somebody else has got a better idea, I'd love to hear it. Why there's this mat of this stuff, and it's been covered over by some dirt right there. This whole mat of twisted wire. It's not electrical wire. I bet it's baling wire. I'll bet you, Shay, this is where they fed the mules. I would bet you. That's why it's all in small lengths. All right. There's a few more buildings down there, but everybody's pretty tired. I don't know if we'll get to them today. But we're back at the high up.
Dad?
Yeah,
Stop at them on the way down?
maybe.